Well, I was trying to get a one cut shot of unboxing this guitar and showing it and trying to determine whether or not the guitar specs are actually as good as everyone says they are, to see if it lives up to the hype. But the camera decided to record no audio and then stop recording altogether. So first cut. I haven't done anything to the guitar. No setup, no anything. When I had pulled it out, I had wiped it off, and I had noticed that it's almost in tune out of the box. And that's when the camera before had stopped recording, and then I noticed there was no audio. So we'll try this again. This is the Ibanez AZ Standard, I believe is what they're calling it. Okay, so this is the Ibanez AZ Standard, or in Ibanez speak, AZ24S1F, I believe is what's on the sticker. Maybe it's on here. Oh, no, here we go. The Ibanez speak is AZ24S1F-VLS, which VLS stands for Violin Sunburst, which that doesn't really look like a violin to me, but who can really speculate on why Ibanez names things the way that they name them? These are fairly new. They are new. This is probably the first one that I've been able to get my hands on that's actually something new to make a video about, so that I can be a YouTuber. This thing's pretty sweet looking. It's kind of heavy. I mean, Les Paul territory heavy. It is alder with a flame maple top, roasted maple neck, which looks phenomenal. That cut there on the back is pretty sweet as well. You can you don't even, it's like it's just made for your hand. Like it just, you could do all the things. These are not D'Addarios. I don't know what kind of strings they are, but they don't have any colorful balls on the end. Let's see, Jatoba fretboard, which I mean, that's fine, I guess. Let me take this thing off because it's annoying me. I'm still kind of amazed that that is almost in tune. How do we want to go about doing a sound demo? I'm asking like you guys could actually say something in the moment. It is made in China. It does have locking tuners. I'm assuming these are Ibanez brand tuners because they don't have any name on them. I would say that they're probably manufactured by Godo because they have the small height on them like Godo's. I'm just saying that because my other Godos are the short height as well. Where's that bar at? That's kind of a strange design. I haven't seen anything like that before. I mean, I've seen the screw-in type before because, you know, most fenders are like that. But it's got a weird tip on it. The knobs are very plasticky. There is no push-pull. It's got a switch on it. That's for the 10 different voicings that they claim. That's kind of impressive, especially for not being a locking nut. See, that's not going to work actually because I'm sure this is tuned up to standard. That is a very deep belly cut. Very deep. And it's got this kind of cool coloring there on the back. Let's see, yeah, there we go. It's like it was probably a knot or something, but kind of adds some character to it. And it looks like it's almost like there are superficial cracks underneath the finish. I'll have to get the camera and take some different pictures at a different angle or something. Almost like aged wood was used. Or what do they call that? Seasoned? I don't really know. Looks like the finish is a little jacked up around these screw holes. There's a little jagged edges here and here. It's solid though. Get a little bit out of it there. Alright. I don't remember how to play that. Let's plug it in, shall we? We'll start with Nano Cortex into the spark cab. It's going to take a minute for that to boot up. I think I mentioned this in the RGD video. The fretwork is decent, but there are some small sharp edges. I mean, it's not like cut your hand open sharp, but you feel them. Now focus again. That's such a good looking. I mean, looking at the pictures on the internet, I wasn't sure I was going to like it, but it's kind of growing on me. These buttons look a little too fancy for... And the flamed part, it almost looks printed to me. You know, like I have had other guitars that had flamed maple on them. Like my LTD EC1000, and the light would just dance across it, and I'm not really getting a lot of dance right there. I mean, it's almost like it's like a printed or painted texture rather than actual flame. Maybe incandescent lights would make it show better, because these are all LED. You can really hear how out of tune it is there. This has a tuner on it. It was wildly out of tune. Just that roasted maple neck that makes it sound like it's in tune when it's not. That actually does sound better. What in the world? What is going on here? Guess we're going with drop D. The neck's got pretty good relief in it, but it does sound like it's buzzing. Sixth and seventh fret. Okay. I don't know what these, like how hot these pickups are, but they're not great right off the bat. Let's look at this pickup selector. Okay, mode 1. 1 is down, 2 is up. Okay, so mode 1, bridge. I thought for a second there that I was missing the notes, but there's something's a little bit weird. I think the truss rod's loose. May not be fret buzz after all. It's a little weird. This won't go in. Let's get that string out of the way. Yeah, there is that. Let's see. There's no tension on the truss rod at all. It is completely loose. So, that is both a could be good and bad. It may not be bad at all. Good in the sense that the noise I was getting was not fret buzz, hopefully. No, I want you to be tighter. I don't like how this cavity to adjust the truss rod is very easily marred up. Well, yeah, that's look at that. I mean, you can't really get to get the angle that it needs. You've got to put that just that tiny little amount to take the slop out of the truss rod has taken all of the relief out of the neck. So if there wasn't fret buzz before, there most likely is now. And the finish on this roasted maple neck on the headstock is very, very thin. I mean, I don't mean to nitpick. That's not what I'm trying to do here. I just, saw something in affordable price range that had roasted maple neck and stainless steel frets, and I went, ooh, something shiny. And yeah. I can tell you right off the bat, I don't really care for this whole pickup 10 voice nonsense. This isn't really the guitar for metal. And I'm pretty sure that somebody else had said that. But I've wanted one of these AZs for a while. And let's just see. Yeah, I don't know. There's not a lot of curve, like the radius is not really set into the saddles. Maybe that has something to do with it. Maybe the middle saddles need to be brought up just a little bit more. I mean, all in all, for what these are coming at, that toe knob's all jacked up. I bet that's what smashed into the box. There is some residue and stuff in between the frets. I mean, here again, nitpicking. Putting some fresh strings on this would probably benefit it. And this may just not be a guitar for metal. Not all guitars are, but I mean, Tellys can metal, so why can't this? Camera keeps stopping. Maybe it just needs to acclimate. I mean, this thing was shipped from like New York, New Jersey area, and this is Texas. And even though it's 26 degrees outside, that shouldn't be too much different from New York. Maybe it does just need to acclimate, and that's acclimate and some new strings, and maybe that's the biggest issue with it. It's also supposed to be 10 to 46 on these strings, and I don't think it is. Maybe so. Nothing wrong with being wrong. There's nothing wrong with being wrong every once in a while. I will say, this guitar is made in China, and the what's the other one? The black one, the all black one, the GR 330EX, the one that we did the Floyd upgrades on. I say we, like you guys are participating. The neck profile feels like that guitar, not like a wizard neck, but it's not like baseball bat like a Strat either. That the video of the Telly actually had this shape of a neck, and that Telly was made in Mexico. I will say that the like finish work on this neck, the finish work on this guitar is far exceeds that Geo, and I mean it should, because of what they're claiming to put out there. And I mean, you know, it doesn't disappoint. This is a phenomenal finish on a Chinese guitar. Now, when I say that, I know that there are a lot of people that disagree with me, saying that you know, for a Chinese guitar. But when I was younger, Chinese guitars were awful. I mean, we're talking 20, 25 years ago. If you had a Chinese-made Strat, it was going to require a lot of work to get it to be a nice playing guitar. Today, you know, I think these are $550 retail, or however you want to say it. For this amount of money coming out of China, this is a pretty nice guitar. I do think that the nut and saddle radius is not set up properly, which, I mean, you know, there again, for a Chinese guitar, that's kind of expected. Most guitars, even the expensive ones, require a little bit of setup. For how new these are, I did not expect to have rust on the strings, but they are the strings that came with from the factory, so that's not really that out of the ordinary. I probably will change the strings. I really wanted to do this video, you know, one cut out of the box, to checking it out, to see if it, you know, really was what everyone's claiming it to be. And it kind of is. I mean, there are some things that I don't like about it. I don't like these knobs. These knobs are very, They're on there though. My goodness. I don't see any Allen screws. Maybe we ought to pull that control cavity off of there and look around first instead of just yanking stuff off. Really upset that just this falling in there took the finish off that easy. Okay, so this is humbucker, just the bridge humbucker. You would think that that sounds pretty good for metal. Second position is the two outer coils. Okay, middle position is both humbuckers. Fourth position, the two inner coils. Pull the multimeter and check the output on these as well. And then fifth position is just the neck. Alright, let's go what they're calling alter or mode 2. Mode 2 is the bridge humbucker power tapped. That almost sounds like it's wired backwards. Like up is position 1 and that's a full humbucker, and the other way is okay, let's go to position 2. This should be this furthest back coil. I don't know, man, that upward, that really seems like like that switch is put in backwards. Middle on this mode should just be the first coil in each humbucker. Okay, well, 4 should just be this coil here. That switch is backwards. So this switch up all the way back on the pickup selector is the full bridge humbucker. You switch it to the other one. Well, now I can't tell. That definitely has more. So maybe I'm wrong. It really seemed like it was backwards. I'm not that good at this. I will say, without all this switching stuff, I would have much rather had this guitar with just the traditional, or even the setup like what's in the RG421 that I call Pastel. Like the quantum pickup setup in this guitar. I would have been happy with that. I think I'm going to call it right there for tonight, and I will tomorrow do another video and get some better audio for the way it sounds and whatnot, and change the strings and check the setup and the radius and all that junk. For the price, absolutely. Everything in this price, anything that comes from China is going to have small, minor issues. Nearly every guitar, like I said before, even $1,200, $1,500, $2,000 guitars, they all need a little something when you first get them. So it's kind of to be expected. Kind of looks like there's a little bit of graphite already on this nut. So someone had an inclination there. But yeah, man, it's a good looking guitar. Will it metal? It will metal. Is it meant for metal? Probably not. I do notice that there's none of the sticky stuff, like the little cellophane stuck to, there's none over the pickups, there's none on these shiny little knobs. The only place there it is these two covers on the back. Maybe an oversight. Maybe somebody at the place where I ordered this from took those off and fiddled with this a little bit before it was sent to me. I don't think that's the case because the tape wasn't cut. Unless they do that differently and they put the tape on it there at the factory before they mail it to me. Never know. But like I said, we'll do some strings and a little bit of small setup stuff. I'm not going to go overboard with it. And see if it makes me like it any better.